With digital courses, you can scale your impact and your income without scaling your time. With one-on-one work, there's a direct correlation between the hours you put in and the money you make. But with a digital course, you create the content once and you can sell it over and over again. I'm Amy Porterfield, ex-corporate girl turned CEO of a multi-seven-figure business. But it wasn't all that long ago that I lacked the confidence, the budget, and the time to focus on growing my small but mighty business. Fast forward past many failed attempts and lessons learned, and you'll see the business I have today. One that changes lives and gives me more freedom than I ever thought possible. One that used to only exist as a daydream. I created the Online Marketing Made Easy podcast to give you simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies to help you do the same. If you're an ambitious entrepreneur or one in the making who's looking to create a business that makes an impact and a life you love, you're in the right place, friend. Let's get started. Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Online Marketing Made Easy. I'm your host, Amy Porterfield, and today we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to my heart: how to transition from one-on-one client work to creating and selling digital courses. Now, this shift can lead to way more time, definitely more money, and lifestyle freedom in your business and your life. So just having that freedom to call the shots, do what you want, pivot when you want to, and not be tied to that one-on-one work. So if you're feeling stuck in the one-on-one grind, this episode is for you. Now, I know firsthand how challenging it can be to make this transition. When I left my corporate job, I started out by doing social media service for a handful of clients. And let me tell you, I was working around the clock, stressed to the max, and struggling to set boundaries every which way. Does this sound familiar at all? The truth is, there's only so much you can scale when you're trading time for dollars. You'll eventually hit an income ceiling because there are only so many hours in a day. Plus, what happens if you get sick or life throws you a curveball? Your income will take a hit. That's why I'm such a fan and an advocate for digital courses. They allow you to package up your expertise, reach more people, and create a more sustainable business model. So today, I'm going to walk you through some strategies to help you make the leap from one-on-one work to digital courses. But first, let's dive into why digital courses are such a game changer. By far, one of the biggest advantages to having a digital course in your business is the ability to scale your impact and income without scaling your time. I want you to hear that one more time. With digital courses, you can scale your impact and your income without scaling your time. With one-on-one work, there's a direct correlation between the hours you put in and the money you make. But with a digital course, you create the content once and you can sell it over and over again. Think about it this way. Let's say you charge $100 per hour for one-on-one coaching. There's a limit to how many hours you can work in a day, in a week, in a month. But with a digital course, let's say priced at $500, you could potentially sell it to hundreds or even thousands of students in one period of time. Suddenly, your income potential isn't limited by the number of hours in a day. Another huge benefit of digital courses is the flexibility that they offer, both to you and your students. Your students can learn at their own pace on their own schedule. And for you, once your course is created and launched, you have the freedom to focus on other aspects of your business or even take some much needed time off. So if you've been listening for a while, you might remember a couple summers ago, I took off 5 full weeks to travel and spend time with my family and friends and completely unplug from my business. It was exactly what I needed to do at the time, but it might not have ever happened if I was still doing that one-on-one client work. And of course, it would be very unlikely if I was in a 9-to-5 job. Okay. So now that you know why a digital course can be such an asset to your business, let's chat about how you can begin this transition. One of the easiest ways is to create a digital course that complements your one on one work. Now, there are a few ways that you can approach this. First, you can create a prerequisite or introductory course. So you develop a foundational course that clients need to complete before they're eligible to work with you one on one. Something along the lines of, let's say, 3 to 5 essential steps to take toward your goal before we move forward. So, this allows you to streamline your coaching process, and it also ensures clients come to you prepared. So this would probably be a pretty inexpensive offer. It's not something that they'd have to spend a lot of money because they want to coach with you one on one. But let's say it's 297 and it's the foundational coaching pieces that you need them to know before they're eligible to work with you, which will be more of a premium pricing. You can only take so many clients. So wouldn't it be great if they came with this foundation that you don't need to keep teaching every time someone gets into your world? I love that. Second, here's another option. You can offer a digital course as an alternative for non ideal clients. Now, you've heard me talk about ideal clients before, right? Well, just like there are ideal clients, there are non ideal clients. We need a better name, but you get the point. So, for those people who aren't quite the right fit for your one on one services, but would still benefit from your content, you can direct them to your course instead. This way, you're still able to serve them and generate revenue for your business without taking on clients who aren't the right fit for your business. Because let's take a moment and be honest. Even if they are a right fit, there's just some people we do not want to work with. We just know that their personality is going to create anxiety for us. They're going to just not make us feel great as coaches. And we just know it's not a great fit, even if they really want to work with you. So if you had an alternative for them and you move them in that way, they could still get immense value. Yes, in a different format, but they could still get value. You're still generating revenue and you're saving your sanity. Because working with a client that is not a good fit for you is a recipe for burnout. Can I get an amen? That's something that I know for sure. Okay. Third, you can develop a course on a related topic to your one on one work. So, is there a subject that your clients and audience frequently ask you about, but that you don't typically cover in one on one work, or maybe you don't even want to cover in your one on one work? Is there another topic that would be so aligned or such a great addition to what you already do, but it would just make sense to have that in the course and stay focused on your one on one clients the way you do? So there might be something there. Think about things that you really have wanted to talk about as a coach. You've really wanted to teach about it, but it doesn't quite fit in the type of one on one that you're doing. Create that course. Not only will current coaching clients want to buy it, but also people that you've never coached before will come into your world. And you know the beauty of that, right? Let's say you have a digital course on a topic you don't necessarily coach about, but it's aligned. They come in, people on the internet that you don't even really know yet, but they found you through your marketing. They take your course and then they think, that is so good. What else do you got? I really like this person. I want to learn more from them. I wonder if I could do one on one coaching with them. That's how they came into your world with a lower barrier to entry, meaning your coaching might be $5,000 for 3 months to work with you, but this course is $500. It's an easier way to get them into your world, wow them, and then you can upsell them into your one on one coaching. So I love this. I love this. And also, you can use this course to leverage your expertise in a new way and create an additional stream of revenue. So, whether they upsell into your coaching or not, you are making an additional stream of revenue in your business. Now, if your ultimate goal is to move away from one on one client work entirely, you're like, Amy, I'm done with it. I don't want it. Because a lot of my students that come in, they love coaching and they want to keep doing it, but they want to charge more and take less clients and have additional stream of revenue. But sometimes people come into my world, actually, a lot of times, and they're just done with coaching. They've graduated from it. They don't want to do it anymore. They feel stuck in it. They want to be more remote. They don't want to always be tied to a Zoom call that they need to do. So they want to be done with their coaching. If that's the direction you want to go, then it's important to have a strategic plan in place. So here's how I would go about doing this. First, I'd set a clear goal from the get-go. Your goal to build, launch, and rival the income that you're already making in one-on-one coaching. So you're going to build the course, launch the course, rival the income you're already making. So for example, if I was making $100,000 a year from coaching, my goal would be to generate $100,000 from my course within a year. And for the record, that's very doable. And then throughout those 12 months, so I've got a goal of in 1 year, I want to hit $100,000 with course sales. So throughout those 12 months, I'd gradually phase out my coaching clients as I started to learn how to sell more courses. And I really got the hang of launching and webinars and social media and email marketing and all the things it takes to have a thriving digital course business. So I would take on fewer clients as I started to make more money because, as you know, when you take on fewer clients, you have more time to focus on the thing that you're moving toward. So sure, you can't get rid of all your clients today, and I don't suggest you do so, but little by little, you can start phasing them out, and then you won't renew contracts with existing ones as well. So this is like baby steps. I'm such a huge fan of baby steps. So that's the way that I would go. And then I'd focus on course growth. So during this transition period, I'd become a student of learning how to launch a course and market a course and refine my course in general just to make sure that I'm really understanding what my audience wants. So this includes creating compelling content using social media and your email list and developing effective marketing messages. So this takes time and practice and trial and error. So give yourself that whole year. I still have some coaching clients, so I have a buffer, and I'm learning how to market my course. Because I want to take a pause and remind everyone, we were not taught how to create and launch a digital course in school. This is unfortunately not something that you are taught. So sure, you could take a program from me and I could teach it to you, but the mindset I want you to have is some grace for yourself. That this is going to be new, whether you learn from me or somebody else, it will feel foreign. So allowing yourself to make the mistakes and learn the things and step into it and experiment is so important. And I want you to be kinder to yourself. My students are so hard on themselves. And I remind them, you are new to this. No one ever taught it to you before. You're brand new. Give yourself grace. Okay, back to my plan if I was wanting to transition out of one-on-one. So I would start phasing out my clients as I started to make more money. I'd become an amazing student of how to create and launch a course. And then as my course starts to grow, and it will, I'd communicate with my clients about my plans. And I might even try transitioning some of them into my course offerings. So I might say, look, in the next 3 months, I'm going to stop doing one-on-one coaching, but I wanted to tell you about an opportunity that might be really valuable to you, if it makes sense. And if not, you're just going to have to cut bait. Fully letting go is very scary. Fully transitioning your business from one thing to another, terrifying. And I get that. And I don't take it lightly. And I don't think you should do it overnight, but giving yourself a 12-month ramp, absolutely doable. And yeah, you're going to have some hard conversations and make some hard decisions, but welcome to entrepreneurship. Every day I'm uncomfortable. There's something I have to do every day that's uncomfortable. Today, I did something that made me so uncomfortable and so nervous, had to call one of my friends, shake it off. And then I was just, all right, I did it. Let's go every day. But I think that makes me a better person. I think it makes me stronger and more resilient and more willing to take more risks because I do little baby risks every day. That's entrepreneurship, my friends. Okay, let's keep going. Now, remember, as I've kind of been hinting at, this doesn't have to be an all or nothing approach. You can always keep a small number of high-end coaching clients if you enjoy working with them. By all means, continue. And as long as it aligns with your business goals, even you could add like a VIP offer. Ooh, I love this one. I talk about this in my webinars a lot. If you're a coach, you could sell your digital course and then you can add VIP coaching to the course. So if the course is $500, you could say, okay, for another $500, you get 3 months of coaching with me as you go through the course, something like that. So VIP coaching on a digital course can be an upsell. So for all you really great coaches, lucky you, you already have an upsell if you enjoy the one-on-one. All right. So let's talk about how to actually create your digital course. So this can feel overwhelming at first as a coach, but I promise you it's totally doable. So here's a step-by-step process to get you started. First, you're going to choose your course topic. So this should be something that you're passionate about and you have expertise in, and you're a coach or a consultant, you're doing one-on-one work, so you already have some expertise. You're probably going to pull from there, right? And I want you to think about the questions that your clients frequently ask you in your one-on-one sessions, or the problems that they constantly struggle with. This is what I want you to hear as a coach or a consultant if you want to create a course. I promise you, if you look for them, there are repeated processes, topics, exercises, struggles that you go back to again and again. Actually, I should separate those. There are common challenges, problems, and roadblocks that many of your clients face. They might come in different packages, but there's common themes of challenges and problems that you're helping them solve. Would I be right? I think I'm right on this one. And then to help them, there are specific processes and topics and exercises that you tend to do over and over again with your one-on-one clients. They might look different with each client, but they're still coming from the same place. These are great starting points for your course topic. So I want you to think about those because those can start to become modules and lessons and exercises inside your course. You already have what you need. If you're a coach or a consultant, you do one-on-one work, you already have what you need for a digital course. Stick with me. I can pull it out of you. I promise. Okay, next, you're going to validate your course idea. So before you invest a ton of time and energy and money into creating your course, you're going to make sure there's actually a market for it. Now, you can do this by surveying your audience, creating like a workshop course. I call it a mini course on the topic to see kind of how they respond to it. My favorite is doing a little surveying. I teach my students how to do course calls just to understand what their audience wants. And then we actually do a pre-sell of the course. So I teach my students how to sell it before you make it to make sure that people want it. And if they don't want it, guess what? You didn't make it and you can go back to the drawing board. So I love a pre-sale strategy. I teach that to all my students. Okay, so once you've validated your idea, it's time to outline your course content. So you're going to break the topic down into modules, into lessons. Think about the journey you want to take your students on. What do they need to learn first and then next? And what skills can you build on? So there's going to be like a roadmap. Now, here's where AI comes in. And I teach all my students this. This is the best place to use AI to plug in a bunch of information and get AI to help you with the outline. Now, AI is an assistant. It is not the end all be all. And if you think creating a course with AI is going to make you a lot of money, you are dead wrong. And your course is going to be so bland, watered down, and just the human touch non-existent. That's an AI outline and then a course. But a course using AI as an assistant to get you started and kickstart your ideas and help you with an outline, I'm here for it all day long. So that's where AI would really play a part, starting to come up with your outline of what you would teach. And then comes the fun part, which is actually creating it. You're recording the lessons, you're writing some worksheets and some templates and putting together maybe some assessments. That's the real fun part once you get that outline fully detailed. Now, you have to remember people learn in different ways. So you're going to try to incorporate a variety of content types. That's why I like to do video, audio, PDF lessons, step by step, lots of templates, swipe files. I include that in all my course because sometimes people just learn different than others. So I want to have a lot of options. So it's easier than it sounds. Once you get going, it's pretty easy to kind of put it in different modalities and teach in different ways. I promise. Okay, so then after your content's created, you're going to need to use a platform to host your course. There are so many great options. My very favorite and the one I use is membership.io. I'm a strategic advisor for membership.io. So proud of that. I'm previously Searchy, now membership.io. They're crushing it in the AI game for course platforms. And it just looks beautiful and it's easy to navigate. Highly recommend it. So you want to check it out. Okay. Now you're looking for a platform that is user-friendly, both for you and your students, offers a lot of features that you need so you can do your research. I just like to share the one I love. And then finally, it's time to launch and market your course. This is where many course creators stumble, but it's crucial for your success. So you're going to develop a launch strategy that includes email marketing and social media, maybe paid ads if you have money for that. If not, many of my students start without any paid ads. And you're going to think about, what do I want to charge for this? And do I want to offer some bonuses to make it really attractive? And you can even encourage people to give you feedback while you're starting to put together your course so that when you start to launch it, you know what they wanted and needed. So that's really fun. Once the marketing happens, you've already gotten some feedback. So the launching and the marketing, that part sometimes freaks out my students. And what I want to say is, let it be fun. Not only let it be easy, but let it be fun. Have some fun with that. That's when you start to put together your message about why this is important and why you were compelled to want to help people in this way. So it can be enjoyable if you let it. Now, I do want to address some common concerns that I hear from people transitioning from one-on-one work to digital courses. Like, am I going to lose the personal connection I have with my clients? I love those that ask that question. It shows that they really care about their clients. I think it's a valid worry, but I've found that there are so many ways to maintain that personal touch in a digital course setting. I think one really effective strategy is to offer live Q&A sessions or live office hours on Zoom where you actually do have that chance to interact. When I sell my program, Digital Course Academy, I do 10 weeks of live Q&As in a private Facebook group. I am very visible, very present inside my course for that 10-week period while they're going through it so that I have that touch point. And I learned so much about my students during that time, and they have the opportunity to troubleshoot when they get stuck. So I love a live component. It doesn't have to be forever. It could be for a short period of time, but it makes a big difference. Also, I always do a private online community for my students for a period of time. So we're all in the same community at once and helping each other and encouraging each other and keeping each other accountable. So there's a lot of ways that you can have that personal touch. Oh, another one is through personalized feedback or different projects you give your students and have them turn it in and you can give them feedback. Now, this works when your audience is smaller. So like, for example, when I first was starting out, let's say I had 100 students buy my course, I offered an upsell to actually review their Facebook marketing plan after they went through my course. Because in the beginning, I had a course teaching you how to do Facebook marketing and I taught you how to put together a plan. And so you could buy an upsell of my course, like a VIP status, where I would do a personal review of your plan once you put it together. The wild thing is, a lot of people won't actually send the plan. Like, I don't think that's a good thing. Just encourage them to actually take advantage of what they paid for because they'll buy it. And then for some reason, life gets busy, or maybe they're just apprehensive to show you what they've done. So I say encourage it because I want people to actually get what they paid for. So just a little behind the scenes side note that I experienced along the way. But here's what I want you to remember. Transitioning to digital courses doesn't mean that you have to completely abandon the one-on-one work if you want to. As I mentioned, a lot of successful course creators maintain a small, high-end coaching program alongside their digital offering. So this allows them to continue working closely with a select group of clients while also benefiting and getting that ability to scale their business through digital courses. Okay, so let's talk about pricing a digital course. You might be tempted to price your course low, thinking it will attract a lot of students and you've got this coaching program, so maybe this course could be really cheap. I don't want you to do that. Remember, your course represents your expertise and the transformations you're offering your students, so don't undervalue that. And then when setting up the price of your course, consider factors like the depth of content you're offering. The big one is the results that you're offering. And then also kind of look around and see what your competitors are doing. That's not an end all be all, but I might do a little peek, but then I'll come back, put my head down, do my work. So with pricing, one of the things that often people get stuck on is they're like, Amy, my course is 10 modules, so I should charge a lot, right? Has nothing to do with the amount of content, how little content or how much content. The amount of content should not be a factor in pricing. It's the results and the depth, how deep you go and what you teach and the results, not how many modules or lessons or how long it takes to get through the course. Something to think about. Now, as you make this transition from one-on-one work to digital courses, it's also important to stay connected with your audience and continuously get their feedback. So if they're going through your course, doing touch points, what are they struggling with? What kind of results are they seeing? Where are they getting stuck? What do they need more of? What do they need less of? I always survey my students after they've taken my course. And then a year later, or maybe 6 months later, we survey them again, asking about their results and if they did get stuck, where they got stuck. So we do a lot of surveying throughout the process so that we can make our course better and serve our students in a bigger way. So this is important. You want to be able to help your students even more. Feedback once they take your course, so important. So we are wrapping this up. And before I let you go, I thought it might be fun to tell you a story of one of my students who was doing one-on-one work and she transitioned to a course. So her name is Becca, and she's a freelance website developer, and she worked one-on-one with her clients. So she would help build up their website, design their website. And so she had this idea for a digital course because she wanted to supplement her income and didn't want to rely only on that one-on-one work. And that's a lot of hours working with the client when you're working on their website. So she wanted to diversify. She had a really small email list when she got started. And for the record, you can launch a digital course with the small email list. So she got into my program, Digital Course Academy. And essentially, DCA is what we call it. And it's a step-by-step guide for everything to create and launch a course. So she used it like as her action plan. And I got to tell you about her results. So at the time of this recording, she's actually launched it 2 times. And each time she brought in about 70 new students. So for 2 launches of one course, the same course, she's launched it twice, she's made over $100,000. That's a lot of money from going from one-on-one work where you are trading time for dollars to launching a course over and over again and 2 times hitting $100,000. I feel like that is a very big deal, and that could be a business changer for her. I've got one more, Adia. She's a licensed clinical psychologist, and she loves her one-on-one work, but she dreamed of helping more students and having just a bigger impact. I love this story. So after taking our boot camp course, she enrolled in Digital Course Academy. So I usually do a boot camp. It's really inexpensive. And it kind of kickstarts your digital course journey. And then from there, she joined my bigger program, Digital Course Academy. And she made $26,000 on her very first digital course launch. And she took that one-on-one work. She continued to do it, but this was an additional course. And it was interesting. Her course was similar to what she does on coaching, but not exactly. And so she was able to align the two, $26,000 on her very first launch. The reason I chose these 2 stories is because both of these women were doing one-on-one work, and they were able to take their knowledge and know-how. They didn't need more knowledge. They didn't need more training or education. They took what they knew and they used their skill set and their experience as coaches and pulled that into a digital course. And they both were able to help more people make more money and free themselves up from some of the one-on-one work that maybe they wanted to step away from. Adia loves the one-on-one work, but I can promise you she can charge more and take less clients when she's making money from her digital course, which is such a beautiful thing. Okay, so as we wrap up, I also wanted to share some exciting news. I've created a tool to help you get started in your digital course journey. It's my custom AI course topic generator, and it's absolutely free. I'm really excited about this. So here's how it works. You simply enter a single sentence about something you know. It could be photography, personal finance, graphic design, anything. Then my AI tool will instantly generate half a dozen potential digital course topics for you. Now, this tool is perfect if you're worried about not having enough time to brainstorm or plan out your course. With next to zero effort, You'll have course topics you could totally teach, problems that you could help solve for others, and the confidence that a new way of earning a living is yours for the taking. Plus, I'll follow up with a quick guide explaining how to identify your course creation sweet spot. So, in other words, how to make sure your topic meets an existing audience's needs. And nothing saves you time like making sure you create the right course the first time. So to get your hands on this free course topic generator tool, just go to amyporterfield.com/AI. It's my gift for you to help kickstart your journey from one-on-one work to the freedom and scalability of digital courses. amyporterfield.com/AI. Remember, your expertise is valuable, and there are people out there that are waiting to learn from you. A digital course allows you to share that knowledge in a way that's both impactful for your students and transformative for your business. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you have been inspired. I hope you start thinking about how you can start to transition from so much one-on-one work to digital courses, or completely walk away from your one-on-one work if that's where you're at, and transition into a thriving digital course business. Until next time, keep taking action to build the business and the life you love. Bye for now.